So many of you who watched our Lyon video will know that Paulette probably bought at least a dozen pairs of shoes. However, she's sporting a different kind of shoe now. So what happened?
What happened was last week I was taking Fiona for a walk, and the workers a lot of times will just do cement in the middle of the street or whatever, wherever they're working on the home. Well, I guess there was a little new cement, I don't know, mess in the street, and I didn't see it, and a little hump of cement, and when I was walking, it wasn't there the day before. And so, you know, you're always looking down, you're always looking forward all the time when you walk the streets here. And sidewalks. So anyhow, I tripped over it. I went down on my knees. I put a hole in my new pair of jeans on my right knee and bruised it and cut it, and then scraped it up. And then my other one, I sprang my foot, not so much around the ankle, but on the outside part of the foot. And underneath, it's really painful. So I went to emergency. That ended up running me about $235 US for emergency, for x-rays, for the boot. And then they called in a doctor to come see me, a specialist orthopedic, and there wasn't anything that was broken that they could see, so they gave me this soft cast boot to walk in. I've had one before, so anyhow, the doctor's fee was 100 pesos. And then he gave me...
just for clarity, it was 2,000 pesos,
oh,
100 US
sorry,
dollars.
100 US. I get my... yeah. So the bill from the hospital was like 4,700 pesos, which was about 235 US dollars, including my boot, including my x-rays, $100, which was 2,000 pesos, for the doctor to come in and see me. It was probably around 11 o'clock that night. I did it earlier, but the pain was just really excruciating. I thought for sure I broke something. It was really painful that evening. I couldn't bear any pressure standing on it whatsoever. So I figured that I broke a bone, but I did not. And so that was the cost. And then he gave me some Celebrex, which is steroid anti-inflammatory. So he gave me a prescription for that. That ran me like $35. So the whole thing was about, what's that total, Mark? About $375?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, about $375. And it is covered all but 10% under my insurance because this was an emergency fall. So the lady that helped me get my insurance, Adriana, she's submitting it for me, and it even includes my follow-up doctor's appointment that I have because he wanted to see me again after so many days. So anyhow, just wanted to let you know, I thought it was 100% coverage on emergency. It's not, it's 90% coverage. There you go.
So this is Fiona. She was the very first stray that was brought to us, and this is Brindle. She lived, it was a street dog in our neighborhood, and she just came up. She's come to our house before to be fed. This time we took her in. Later we discovered that she's actually pregnant. She was about 1 month along at the time. Now she's got about 3 weeks left to go. Now this is the area where Paulette fell. As you can see, they just basically mix the cement in the street, and then they don't do that good a job of cleaning up. So there are many different, like elevation changes in the cement here. Once again, this is another top-notch medical experience. We were there about 2.5 hours altogether. They took us in right away. They did x-rays. They called in a specialist to come in and look at it. He came and looked at it, and then came in and talked to us about it, and told Paulette what her options were as far as getting a cast or getting the boot. We elected for the boot just because it was easier to do. He was very professional, did a great job, communicated very well with us. He spoke some English, which helped. And again, they took numerous x-rays. It wasn't just one. So we are very impressed with the service that we got again in the emergency room here in Mexico in San Luis Potosi.